Good morning, everyone. This is Cindy with Create with Cindy's Creations, here to just show you another little tutorial. It's not my idea. I just want to let you know I did see this on Hammond's Nest. She was making these cute little paper bows to add to your decor, or not decor, but to your packages or gifts or something like that. So let me show you what I'm doing. And I have not made one yet, but I do know, I think I can do it. But I have two cut already. So what we're going to do is take just a piece of scrapbook paper. Preferably you'd want a double-sided one to make it look really nice. So you have to cut two if it's not double-sided. So let's go ahead and mark it on here. And I'm going to do like 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. Or if you want your big bow to be bigger, you can do that. So we're just using my little cutter here, and we're making, you know, strips of, and these are 12, I'm doing 12 inches. It's a 12-inch piece of, if you want to make it smaller, you can, but I'm doing them at a 12-inch. So let's cut that. And let me move this aside so I can have some room here to make these. Now these are just from a scrapbook paper pack that I have from Hobby Lobby. It is one of the paper studios. I'm using a little bit of hot glue on the ends, and I'm doing it double because this paper is not double-sided. So that's what we're doing. It's just with a little bit of glue at each end. And these are for your gift packages. I'm sure you could use them on other things. But they're really cute to put like a gift package. Okay, now it is double. Can't even pick it up. It is double, as you can see. So what we're going to do is cut it. We're going to fold it, not crease the end, but we're going to fold it in half, so it's like that. Then we're going to take and cut and make this like a fish shape. So it's smaller, and then it gets bigger. And then it gets smaller again. So we're kind of rounded it off. And then you get to here, you're just going to go down like that. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm just going to flip it over this way. You do want to keep them as even as possible when you're doing this. And like I said, if you want them smaller, you could do them smaller. But I'm just doing it like this. Get to the end, and you want to come down, you know, so it looks like a fish. Like that. So now you have a piece of paper that looks like this here. I may want to do this other side just a little bit more because it looks like it's more rounded on the other side than it is on this side. So let's go ahead and make this one that's a little bit more. Okay, so that looks a little better. So now you have this piece that looks like this. Okay, now you're going to take, and when you do this on this, put it back together. So you have this back again. Now on these, you're going to want to cut not all the way through, and on one side, you're going to cut it this side, the other side, you're going to cut it on that side. So it depends on how long you want your ends to be. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm just cutting it, as you can see, just a little bit. Like that, keeping it back together, and on the other side you want to cut it from the other direction, because you're going to do is you're going to slide these together. Okay, so I did it there, and I got to do it on this side. I'm sorry here. A second. But you want to get it so they're even. I think that's pretty good. And you don't want to cut all the way through again. You're just going to cut a little corner like that, and then you're going to slide these together. One's going to be wider than the other just because I can see that. So you're going to slide them together so it looks like that, if you can see. Okay, and then you're going to open it up, and you're going to push this down in the middle, and we're going to make a bow. Isn't that cute? So let's go ahead and do these ends. You can dovetail them, or you can leave them the way they are. I call it dovetailing because you're just going to make a little like that to make a little area here. And do the same on this side. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I may have to re-glue this because I didn't do the other. So now you have this. Your dovetails on each side. Push this down in the middle. And you have a cute little bow. Now in the center, what I'm going to do is take my glue tool. Because it is 2 separate pieces, you wouldn't have to do this. But since it's 2 pieces, I'm having a hard time with this today. It shouldn't be that hard to do. But anyway, you want to glue it here in the middle. Just a little. I'm using hot glue just for the purposes of this, but if you want to use like a glue stick or something, let's see how it pops up. So you want to take it, put another little glue right here in the middle. So it holds it down. So now you have this bow. So I'm going to use one of these pieces that I cut off. And we're going to cut another piece to use for the middle of this. Make it about that long. You don't need to use 2. I have no nails, so I apologize for that. And we're going to glue this piece around the middle to make it come down in the middle. I do have these a little bit wider than I want to, so I am going to turn it down just to here in the middle to make it a little smaller. So I want the middle to be smaller than the other pieces. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece and I'm going to glue on the back, put a little bit of glue on the back. I'm going to wrap this around the back like that and put the other side, do the same thing. Now I'm not putting any glue on the top just because it'll make it look like it's, you know, cute. Make sure I glue that on there. So now you have a cute little bow you can put on a present. I have some blocks here, just a box of wood, but you can now set it. You can set it like that on your present or package that you're going to be giving to somebody. Or if you want to use them for just a decorative piece on a craft that you make or something, you could do that. You can also make these out of ribbon. Do the same effect, but make them out of ribbon, and that would be cute also. Let's do one more real quick. I may have these a little bit wide for what I wanted to use this for, but you can make them any length that you want. But I may have to cut it down more in the center. So let me do that real quick. But I just wanted to show you there's a concept of this. A little bit of glue just to keep them together. Fold them again in half, like this. So you have the pieces like that. And then you're going to cut, again, to make it look like it's a fish. I'm probably not getting this at the best that I can. Far as that goes. So there's this side. Let's do the same thing to this side. My eyesight is off probably a little, but now you have this. And let's go back here and cut these. Depending on how wide you want how long you want your ends to be. Cut one side and then go the other side and cut it, and you're only cutting it part way, not all the way to the other end. So you just cut it in there, and then you're going to take and put them together just like that. So now you have, see your little fish, kind of looks like a fish. You want to cut it. I may have to cut one a little bit deeper because it's not going through all the way. So let me move that out. Cut it just a tad more so they'll slide together. I went through the first time, so there you go. So now we have it back through. And then again, you're going to take it like this and push it down in the middle to make a bow, just like that. And you're going to do the same thing with this one. You're going to glue it down. The center to the center. And glue it again here. So it looks like that. And then you want to cut another piece. And like I said, you can dovetail these or you can just leave them straight. It's up to you how you want to do it. I'm just going to cut it, my scissors, just like that on each side. I know I'm not talking. Like that. A little wonky, but it's okay. You can still use it. I'll cut another piece here so we can glue that on in the middle. A piece of glue on the back. I'm not gluing the front because I want it to puff up a little bit. And you push it around. Again, for some reason, this is not doing, getting as close as I want to with this. So let me undo that so I can cut this in a little further. I guess it just depends on the shape that you want. Like I said, I didn't do this the best. But I'm just here to kind of show you an idea to make a cute bow for your packages. And hopefully I did that. So here's another one, another little, cute little bow. Again, you can just put it on your package. Just like that. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching my tutorials. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Again, I got this idea from Hammond's Nest, so it is not my idea, but I just wanted to show you some really cute things that you can do with paper. Also, you can do it with ribbon. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.